Hi there, Virgos. How are all my Virgos doing? Let's pull a few cards from the tarot and see what kind of messages want to come through for my Virgos for March of 2024. Also, the full moon happens coming up on February 23rd, going into the 24th, and it happens to be in Virgo, which is harmonious and very good luck for you. So some truths could be revealed. Just good luck in general may happen to you this weekend, along with a few of the other signs, depending on how it aligns. Not sure what's possessing me to arrange the cards in the weird manner that I just did, but I just went right with it. So overall energy for my Virgos, 2 cards wanted to come out. So we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the 4 of Wands. If you had a love question on your mind, especially if it's connected to somebody with Pisces placements, it is very victorious, and that's extra good luck and verification. Doesn't have to be connected to a Pisces, but if that's who you had on your mind, that's verifying that it's looking good. So that Hanged Man energy has to do with seeing things from a different perspective, and some of you have just been kind of hanging around waiting, I feel. And after hanging around and waiting, I feel like your situation will be victorious. The 4 of Wands also is connected to 1111, which is good luck, and it means the door of opportunity is open. Maybe you had a business idea on your mind, and something came through that popped up and a light bulb went off, like ding! I feel like you'll have some more answers this weekend, the 23rd and 24th possibly. The full moon energy illuminates and reveals truth sometimes. Ooh, I'm loving this. So we've got the Ace of Wands. That talks all about new opportunity on creative endeavors. So if this business idea that you had has to do, like it's connected to something in a creative field, that's a really good sign for that. If you had a person on your mind, there is definitely chemistry there. This person is attracted to you, if that's what you were thinking about. And we've got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. That's also really good news. So that is relief from anxiety. A lot of my Virgos haven't been sleeping very well lately. Stressed out. Situations been bothering them, like, oh, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna make this happen? How am I gonna make that happen? And I feel like you've gotten some inspiration recently that gave you hope, and now you're able to sleep better at night because you're not up till all hours of the night overthinking the crap out of everything. My Virgos are my overthinkers. Geminis too. Virgo and Gemini are both connected to Mercury. You could be dealing with another Virgo or possibly a Gemini. And Mercury is like the card of like mental and intellectual abilities, which that's connected to overthinking. Then that's funny, now we've got the Page of Swords. That talks about the green light for new communication, and Swords is connected to Mercury, mental ability, intellect. Funny how that works. So, what else do we have? We've got the World card in the reverse. I feel like a lot of you have felt stuck for a very long time and possibly been dealing with some conflict from either a very stubborn individual, or it could be connected to someone with heavy Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus placements. That's a fixed sign energy. For a small portion of you, this could be talking about a karmic cycle that needs to come to a close. And I don't think it's necessarily in love. I feel like it might be like you're entering a new chapter of independence somehow, is what I'm getting. And we've got the King of Wands in the reverse, so I feel something's telling me that King of Wands in the reverse with that Ace of Wands in the upright is like a before and after shot of what you can expect. You know, you're going from unmotivated and possibly losing your temper to creative new ideas and regaining motivation again after some new ideas came through. Yep, you're walking away from that old chapter with the Ace of Cups in the upright. Interesting. We've got the Hermit card, which that's your card, Virgo. The Hermit is connected to Virgo energy, and you're being even more Virgo-y than before and rocking on with your Virgo self. Coming into your power with after you've done some inner reflection and some healing and some work within. You've been able to like heal some old trauma and some old wounds and discarded it, and that's what's letting in this brand new energy with that Ace of Wands, that creative force that's coming in. And then we've got Temperance. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. This also talks about you're finally finding your peace and balance after much turmoil. And then we've got the King of Swords in the upright. You are thinking with your mind and combining it with creativity. I think you're really tapping into air and fire energy a lot, which is a combination of passion, drive, force, and creativity, along with intellect and like how you're using your mind. Because with the earth element and the water element, you know, getting too caught up in your emotions where it was bothering you. And the negative side of the earth energy. Oops, excuse me for just one moment. Alright, Virgo, my throat got a little dry there. So, as I was saying, you know, that feeling with the earth and the water element, you were in those energies for a long time. And every element has its positives and negatives. So, you started to feel bogged down and stuck in the mud. You lifted yourself out of that, and now you're more in the positive sides of air and fire energy. Creativity and, like, using your, you know, working with your mental and intellectual abilities along with creativity. So for my Virgos that are wondering about a person on their mind, what can you tell me about the person on Virgo's mind? That card flew out loud and clear. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. For the Virgos that are single, I feel like you left your past situation because you felt like this person was wasting your time. For those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like you might be dealing with somebody that also has Virgo placements like you. I'm getting Virgo and Pisces as the main energy here for, like, signs. It doesn't have to be. This person may be very analytical. They may be more logical and down to earth, possibly. Well, we do have the Two of Cups, so that's a really good sign if you did have that love question on your mind. I do think that it's a good match. I think that it has potential to be serious if it isn't serious already. I don't really feel like my Virgos have too many issues in their love lives right now. The Two of Cups, that's a good sign as far as love goes. So there's no question about them having major emotions for you, Virgo. We do have the Six of Cups in the reverse. I think maybe the worst this person can be is maybe they're a little immature sometimes. But it's not anything that's to the point where, you know, you wouldn't want to be with them. And then we've got Death and Rebirth. I think that you and your person are both operating on that same wavelength and you're in that same energy because both of you have just went through some big changes and leveling up. So we'll see what else we've got for, if there's any other additional messages for my Virgos with a couple of different decks with some oracle cards here. Alright, what messages do we have for my Virgos? Any additional messages for Virgo, March of 24? Well, this one immediately flew right out of the deck. So we have the Green Man, rising energy surge, fertility. Exactly, flourishing with those new beginnings. You know, and Earth needs that water element to flourish. It needs the sun element. You know, the sun is connected to fire, and it needs, you know, green things need sunlight to grow. And it needs, you know, the air element for that circulation. I think you're learning a lot about balance, Virgo, and the importance of all the different ingredients that you need to make things happen. And we have fairy energy, growth, expansion, of flowering. Pretty self-explanatory. And then we have light dancer, illumination, the radiant self, shining soul. And we will pull a few oracles from the other deck here and see what other messages we have for Virgo. Need and necessity. Time to reflect. And we have be vigilant. Alright, so I think those are the messages that we needed to hear for all my Virgos for March of 2024. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I hope you have a good month of March. Thank you so much for watching, Virgo.